So we're ready to start the weaning process to get that calf off of the cow. And so what I want to do today is load up this creep feeder here behind me and get it up to the front pasture so that way I can set it up for that calf to be able to access feed in it. So this creep feeder has been sitting undisturbed for close to 5 years at least. And before we go ahead and load it, I got some wall spray. I want to go over here and check it out just to see if there's anything inside of it. So good news is there's no wasp nest underneath the lid or in the feed compartment of this, or up underneath the little roof over where the feed comes out at. But we did find a lot of bees coming in and out of this tree right here. It looks like they have a hive inside that tree. So what I want to do is, instead of pulling the big country over here making a lot of noise, we're just going to pick this up, carry it a little bit out of the way, then pull the trailer up next to it to load it. So we got this up here next to the lean-to where we wanted to set it. That way it's easy to access it and it's out of the way. We shouldn't need to move this again until after we're done using it. This thing's not in perfect condition by any means, but because we only have one calf, I think it'll do us just fine right now. You know, there's enough room in the feed trough to hold the amount of feed that we want to put in, but there's a couple holes over in the corner. If we had multiple calves coming in here, bouncing around on this thing every day, I know it wouldn't last. But like I said, I think it'll meet our needs for this year. I need to add a couple bolts to the legs just to help sturdy those up that are missing. And then once I get those bolts added, I'm going to go ahead and start slowly adding some feed into it, just getting that calf used to using it, and we'll progress from there. So we're back over here working on this creep feeder. I got some hardware and all the tools I need. What I'm going to do is go through and just drill out some holes. I got some 1/4-inch bolts and lock washers I'm going to put in here just to secure this thing up, make it a little bit more rigid. Also, what I ended up doing was closing off the outside edges of the feed trough area because they have some holes in them there. That way all the feed just kind of comes out in the middle. And I'm hoping that really works with just this one calf that we're trying to wean. Maybe one of these smaller steers might be able to get in here. I'm not really sure. But we just have some general cattle sweet stock I'm going to put in here. The cows have all come up to check me out, sniff around, see what I've been doing because I was up here making some noise. So I'm going to add some feed to this. We're going to sit back and see if they go in there and try it out. So this is the heifer calf here that was born back at the middle of May. She's the main reason why we have this creep feeder set up right now. I want to get her weaned off her mother before really harsh winter starts. By like the first of the year at latest, she'll be away from her. So what we want to do, you know, just give her access to this grain. This way, you know, it'll be an easier transition for her. A couple of the other steers that are on the younger end that we have up here right now, they're small enough, I think, just by them walking around those entrances to be able to fit underneath there. And so I went with an unmedicated creep feed just because I didn't want to have to worry about any kind of withdrawal dates or anything like that. So it is a little bit less protein. I think this is only about a 14% protein. But this calf has had some feed before in the bait bucket, so I'm just hoping that she takes advantage of this, and we're going to keep an eye on her and keep an eye on this feed level and see if they're using it. So I have everything that I can do set up on this creep feeder ready for them to use it. Now they just need to use it. So we'll keep an eye on that, constantly check it here over the next few days, see if that feed level's gone down any. One thing I want to do next, though, I'm going to go ahead and set up our 150-gallon water tank up here next to the lean-to. I'm going to put it in a spot where I can plug it in because the heater's in the bottom. It's all cleaned out from last year. It's ready to go for wintertime. But recently it's been super dry here. The creek's really not moving the way we like it. It's really starting to drop in its level. So we want to give them fresh water up here. That way they always have an alternate source of fresh water access. So with it being up here, that's where it'll stay at during the winter, just for an alternate water source, because it's easy to be able to plug it in here to keep it thawed. But also, right now, setting it up when I am, it's going to allow them an alternative water source to that low creek and keep them congregated up here in the area of this creek feeder. Hopefully that'll help encourage them to use it.